everyone. So maybe some things to keep in mind after obtaining your visa or your permanent residence. So I think the first thing we want to keep in mind is the conditions. So for example, a permanent residency based on business visa requires that you submit a CA certificate 2 years after obtaining the PR, as well as 3 years thereafter. Then for a working visa, for example, it will stipulate who your employer is as well as your occupation. So this means that you cannot change your employer or change your occupation unless you apply for change of conditions. So these conditions are vital and you need to pay attention to them. Also, your immigration provider should flag these conditions to you, and perhaps you share some sort of calendar invite so that you're reminded of, for example, in the case of the permanent residency, that you need to submit your CA certificate within 2 years. Other things to keep in mind, obviously the expiry date is very important. If it's your first visa and you come into South Africa and you have an enter on or before date, you need to ensure that your expiry date is not reflected as the enter on or before date, but instead that the conditions will say 12 months, so that you get 12 months from the date of entry and not an expiry date, which is actually your enter on or before date.